Why do you stay in prison when the door is so wide open? Once upon a time, I knew a little girl, let's say like 12 years old. Every day, she tried to be perfect. She wanted to please, to be loved. Every day, she asked herself if she was enough for her parents, her teachers, her friends, for herself. One day, she stopped eating, stopped laughing, stopped living. And because of that, she lost her health, her smile, her friends. This went years and years like that, many years, too many years. Until finally, one day, she freed herself from the expectation, started looking into the inside, and opened a door. The little girl was me. Perhaps you also know a little girl or a little boy like that. Perhaps you have your own before and after story that made you who you are today. Once I opened the door, I swore to myself that I would share what I learned on the stony road and help others to free themselves from expectations, look into the inside, and show on the outside who they really are. That is where my love for fashion, art, creativity, and the human being met, and where I discovered the beautiful calling of image consulting and style coaching. I'm convinced that your personal style is powerful. Your style is who you are. Wait, you think perhaps, what? Fashion, style, is not superficial? You're not convinced. Well, getting dressed is something we must do every single day. Just imagine a second how it would be if we would not have done this essential step of our daily routine today. Right? You would be sitting next to a naked neighbor. However, I'm not talking about a style that is randomly chosen, following all and every trend, a style that shows appearance. No, I mean a style that vibrates self-assurance, that shows on the outside who you are in the inside and boosts you with confidence, clothes that are thoughtfully chosen and reflect who you are. I believe that your personal style has a healing power. Karen Pine, renowned researcher in development psychology and author of the book Mind What You Wear, says that the link between clothes and mood is so strong that we wouldn't rule out the possibility of a doctor or therapist one day prescribing an outfit rather than a pill to combat feelings of depression. Just think about how you feel in a dress or a jacket or a suit that boosts you, that makes you feel beautiful and powerful and strong, kind of a Wonder Woman or a Superman outfit, compared to something that is too small, does not have a flattering color, does not underline your beauty, in a nutshell, is not you. Image consulting has different facets. It can help you get back on track when you lost your career pathway, to boost you with confidence and determination to find your way back into the professional world. Finding your personal style can be cathartic. I can see this wonderful development in image consulting clients who all of a sudden see the beauty of their body just thanks to a garment that makes them feel wow. Image consulting can also have a healing power during or after diseases that sometimes change the body in a radical way. For example, after breast surgery, loss of hair, loss or gain of weight. And with a change of the body comes a change of the image and the confidence. I could experience that firsthand with my dear mom, who suffered from cancer and passed away 1 year ago. When I visited her in hospital after her first surgery, and she had already lost quite a lot of weight, and I could read the anxiety and helplessness on her face. My first reaction was to buy her a cute pajama, to take care of her hair, put on a little bit of makeup, to pamper her outer self and make a tender gesture to her soul. And then I found this beautiful, colorful blazer, and the goal was to get out of hospital and have a fancy family dinner in it together, which we did. And she even did a private photo shooting in it later. It worked. It did improve her self-esteem. As the famous fashion photographer Bill Cunningham said, fashion is the armor to survive the reality of everyday life. Also, how you dress influences your mindset. Remember when playing dress up, slipping into your mom's shoes or putting on your dad's blazer? What did you feel? What did it do to you? Did you all of a sudden feel more mature, feel more powerful, walk with grace? Did it provoke a shift of perspective? And what you perceive when you meet someone for the first time, except if you have X-ray eyes or magic powers, it is the image, and with it a bunch of information. So your personal style is on the one hand information about the wearer, and on the other hand, it can boost our performance. The social psychologists Adam and Galinsky ultimately found out that there is, in fact, a direct correlation between what we wear, the symbolic linked to a garment, and our physical and mental performances. This concept is called enclosed cognition. We do, in fact, take on at least some of the characteristics of whatever we are wearing. It can boost or dampen our mood. So you are perhaps still not convinced, but getting dressed is also a means of expression. Why do we actually dress? It's to feel warm and protected. It can be a sign of status, of appearance, and it is an adornment. We adorn our bodies since the youngest ages of humanity, and we still can see that today in tribes that do not have mirrors at all and still put on the most beautiful outfits created out of nature and fruit and vegetables. Since they don't have mirrors, they can only see themselves in each other's eyes, and they have this intrinsic need to underline nature and beauty. This is the Surma and Morsi people beautifully captured by Hans Sylvester. These looks can conquer with catwalk creations, don't you think? Clothes are also symbolic and linked to memories. There is this one dress that you wore when you met the love of your life, or the suit that you put on when you sign an important business deal, or these baby shoes linked to sweet memories. Or on the other hand, these sneakers that you wore over and over again in this relationship that did not make it. Or these pants that are too tight since quite a while and that you have grown out of in your life that do not reflect anymore who you are today. Clothes tell stories. Imagine being in front of your wardrobe, screening it. Which piece has a special story for you? Or which one represents you the best, and why? And which one should you perhaps better get rid of? We can get quite emotional when it comes to clothes. They can be like a lucky charm, a catalyst. For me, it's the suit I'm wearing today. It's very symbolic for me, as well as for its style, as well as for the things I did wearing it. It's my personal talisman. I hope I won't break the spell today. Clothes are also a reflection of society. Society and fashion mirror each other. When women free themselves from the corset, also their role in society changed, which was due to World War I, when they had to do tough work that was impossible in a corset. This development has been taken further by Coco Chanel and Yves Saint Laurent in the 20th century, with pants and power dressing that underline the new role of women in business and society. For men, it's the necktie that they have been wearing since the 17th century to make a statement in the business world. However, today we see some founders of big tech companies who free themselves from the tie because they don't need it anymore to make a statement. One of the recent developments in the post-pandemic is that we see more and more sports leisure and work leisure, which means that we can combine a fancy blouse or a blazer with sweatpants, which is due to hours and hours in Zoom meetings and home office where we only saw the upper half of the body. Today we can take these looks out to the streets. And finally, one of the recent trends, the gender fluid trends, that gives the freedom to men and women to choose how they want to wear according to how they feel and not according to what society expects them to wear. And today, with the booming use of social media, we are more than ever confronted with our own image and tend to compare ourselves to others, especially teenagers and young adults. In a study conducted and published in 2021 with a panel of 1,331 participants aged between 15 and 35, they had to answer an online questionnaire concerning their use of social media and the influence that this has on their body image, body dissatisfaction, and thrive for thinness. And the result was, it does actually have a negative impact on our body image to compare ourselves to photos online that are often photoshopped or filtered. And it can lead to vulnerability to an eating disorder. For the last 30 years, we have been overexposed to thinness ideals and a perfect body that has been linked to beauty and success. For example, I did this sculpture back then in school, and that was my idea of the perfect body. Shouldn't we replace these unrealistic standards by standards based on health, on life? We are somehow educated to focus on the things that are not okay, not as they should be, such as colors appropriate for boys or girls, or we are not thin enough, not muscled enough, not tall or small enough, not smooth enough, not enough. Lots of us, mostly women, but also men, see themselves as too fat, too tired, too wrinkled, too gray-haired, too much. What if it was time to transform your not good enough into choosing your true lifestyle? Make a choice. Move outside of fear thinking. So, why do you stay in prison when the door is so wide open? Thank you.